What I wanted to discuss and talk about today is resilience in global supply chains. So if we look back over the last year, clearly all of us were affected, are still affected by COVID. We started an analysis with our global institute, with the McKinsey Global Institute, in I think it was October 2019, where we got together and thought about, hey, what is the topic that we should push in 2020? And we felt that the whole topic of supply chain resilience is a very interesting one. Clearly, no one did expect that only half a year later we would be in this global pandemic. And unfortunately, I must say, would have been better to work on this topic without a pandemic. So we looked into basically what happens, what is risk, what is vulnerability, what is the impact of this, and then clearly came also up with a couple of ideas and recommendations on how to manage this. So this is a bit what I prepared for today's discussion, for today's presentation. But let me start with a bit of a picture of the current situation, and that is what I found quite interesting. We have gone through a shortage last year, so everyone was affected. In Europe, all the automotive companies had to stop their production for 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, and so on. Then over the summer, it got a bit better, right? And the economy recovered, and it feels like
what I would do over here is I'll quickly run you through what we have gone through, the process that we have gone through in the last few months and where we are now. I think we are at the cusp of some of these standards being formalized in the logistics policy that is going to come out very shortly. So, the goal here in this presentation is to run you through the process that we have been through and also some of the recommendations that we have made, which have been by and large welcomed by the government. And basically run you through those. Just to start with a little bit of context, we started in August 2020, where the CII Institute of Logistics under Mr. Vishwanathan was constituted to recommend standards in logistics. This is after some dialogue with the Special Secretary Logistics, who wanted to set up standards in logistics. So subcommittees were formed for palletization, racking, material handling, roofing, flooring, and transportation. Many of the members of CII Institute of Logistics were basically key movers in these various subcommittees and helped a lot in bringing in the technical inputs required. So after a few months of deliberation, we had a meeting where we presented the initial recommendations to the CII Institute of Logistics Executive Committee, where we also got suggestions for improvement, which were incorporated. With these, we met the Special Secretary Logistics in December 2020, and he organized a meeting with many other stakeholders. ADB was working on this. Then there were other stakeholders like Indian Institute of Packaging, Warehousing Corporation, etc. So we received inputs from various such stakeholders. Between January and April, we had a number of iterations where there was a synthesis of inputs from various stakeholders. We went through the process of what to keep and what to reject, and so on and so forth. And May 2021, I think we have more or less at the final draft stage of the recommendations, and the Special Secretary wants to bring out the draft policy document by end of the month. So I think we are very close to the first milestone. I would say first, but one key milestone in this journey as of now. So just to remind you of the process that we have gone through.